Everybody, it's Christina here at Christina's Crafts. I have another one for you today. This one's a pretty simple one. I got this sign from Dollar Tree. If you look at it, it's not hung really quite even. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just rip this off of here. And then I'm going to actually leave this sign just the way it is. And then I got this welcome word from Dollar Tree also. So I'm going to set that aside and see if I can get this off of here without breaking the words. Okay, it might take a little bit of power. Okay, so I am not able to get the staples out of here, so I'm just taking my razor here and cutting this cord and getting it as flush as I can. So just going like this. Okay, so this, as you probably have guessed, is going to be going on my sign here. Now, for this sign, or this welcome thing, I do not want to paint the whole thing. If you look in here, this is deep, and it would take a really long time to paint all the insides of this. So I'm going to try to do just the top, and I'm going to use this French linen color from Folk Art. Okay, now that I got my paint stirred up, I am going to do my best to be really careful and just do the top part of this welcome. I don't want to get it off on the sides and stuff, so I'm probably just going to have to really take my time and go around and just to make sure that I get the top only and it's not bleeding down on the sides. So this is probably going to take me a little bit. I am not going to make you suffer through watching this, so I will be back. So I have about 3 coats on here right now, and yeah, it's just not covering very good. So I'm just going to keep putting coats on there, but for right now I'm going to set that aside. And I have these pieces that I got from Temu, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my antique wax on those. We're going to see how it looks. I'm a little weary about this because it's got a lot of like little indents and stuff. But I'm going to see how it goes. So I'm just going to grab some antique wax here quick. And I'm just going to start kind of painting this and see how it looks. I kind of want it to go for like a stained look, but there's so many cracks and crevices in here. I don't know if that's really gonna work. You know what would probably work better is if I had like a Q-tip or something to get in those little crevices. But I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of the antique wax on both of these pieces here. And I guess we'll just see how it looks. And then in the meantime, I'm going to try to put a couple more coats on this welcome sign. I don't know if my paint is too thin or what my problem is, or if it's just the MDF board or cardboard or whatever you want to call it that it keeps soaking in. But I'm going to go ahead and get this painted, and then I'm going to put my project together. Okay, so I have these pieces painted and they look really cool. It almost kind of gives it like a bronzish, I don't know how to say that, kind of look. But yeah, they turned out really cute. So those are good. Now, I'm not really liking the linen color. So I grabbed out my plaster color chalk paint, and I am going to put a coat of that on the top. I think that's going to look way better. It's really going to make the welcome kind of pop too. So I'm going to go ahead and put that plaster color on my welcome sign, and then I can finally start putting my project together. Okay, so now it's time to put my project together. I'm going to start off by putting this tie back on my sign, and I think I'm going to go, I think 2.5 inches looks pretty good. So we'll see how close this was originally. So I'm just going to measure off 2.5 inches on both sides and put this back on. Okay, So I cut, well, tried to cut, didn't cut the best, but I just took some duct tape and I'm gonna put that over this with some hot glue for a little extra hold to make sure it's gonna hold, because this is a little bit heavy in these wood pieces, so I wanna make sure that I have a really good hold on here. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my wood pieces on, and those are going to go in the bottom corner. So I'm just going to stick some hot glue on here, and then they're just going to go right in the corners. Yeah, these little wood pieces from Temu are pretty cool. Definitely think that they were worth what I paid for them, and honestly I don't remember how much I paid for them, but I do have 2 videos from Temu supplies that I ordered. I'll see if I can remember to try to link those videos in there. Alright, and then my welcome sign is gonna go right about there. Hopefully I have that somewhat centered. I think it looks pretty good. Hopefully I got it on there before the hot glue dried. Oh, seems pretty good. Let's see if this, I'm gonna just see real quick if I can get these glue strings around here melted with my lighter. Kind of clean it up a little bit. You probably can't see the glue strings on camera, but they are definitely there. Yeah, I think that looks pretty centered. I don't know, I'm not very good at centering stuff, so. Anyways, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this greenery that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna cut it up, and it's gonna go at the top of my sign. So let me find my little cutters here. And there's 2 different kinds of flowers on this one. I definitely think probably the bushier one's gonna look better. So I'm just gonna chop those off. I don't know that I want to put more than that on there. Let's see how this is gonna look first. So if I kind of go like that, yeah, I think that's gonna look pretty good. Now I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna put these ends together. I guess I'm just gonna have to go all the way. I'm probably gonna have to cut those stems off. So let's see what we got here. So I'm thinking something like this. The only problem is those ends look really weird. I don't know that I like that. I think maybe I shouldn't have cut those off. I probably should have wrapped that with something. Let me think about this for a second. So I think what I should have done is I probably shouldn't have cut those stems so short, but I'm just kind of hot gluing them back together right now. Oh, don't want to get that on my sign. So I'm just waiting for the hot glue to dry. Okay, so they're kind of somewhat hot glued together. Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this jute that I took off the welcome sign, and I'm going to wrap that around in the middle. So I just need to get this stuck onto here, and then I'm just going to wrap it a few times around in the middle. And that'll cover up the stems. There, that should be good right about there. And then hot glue that down. Alright, and then I'm going to cut that off. Come on, or try to. That's my dull scissors, so. Okay, that looks quite a bit better, I think. Okay, and then that is gonna get hot glued right in the middle of my sign, which I'm gonna do my best to center, which I think that's pretty good right there. So I'll put a bunch of hot glue on there and then stick that right in the middle. Yeah, I think that's in the middle. All right, and then I'm gonna cut that off. Come on, or try to. That's my dull scissors, so. Okay, that looks quite a bit better, I think. Okay, and then that is gonna get hot glued right in the middle of my sign, which I'm gonna do my best to center, which I think that's pretty good right there. So I'll put a bunch of hot glue on there and then stick that right in the middle. Yeah, I think that's in the middle. Okay, well that's it. That's all I'm going to do to this one. I think if I do anything else, it'll just be a little bit overdone, but I really like how this kind of classes up the sign down here. I don't know, maybe this plaster sticks out a little too much, but I didn't have a light brown, or I don't even know if a dark brown would have looked good. I did kind of play around with the dark brown a little bit and then wiped it off because I just didn't think with all the brown on the sign it looked very good. But anyways, that's it. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I would love it if you haven't subscribed already to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell to get notified when I upload. I would love it if you like this video, and take care. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Bye.